To recap the strategy, we made up our list of possible rational roots. Then we looked at the graph of the function and we saw, okay, all the rational roots are between -3, all the possible roots are between -3 and +1, and it looks like -1 and -2 are going to be rational roots. And it looks like these other roots are going to be irrational. So we try -1 using synthetic division, and it works. That gives us a resulting smaller polynomial. We try -2 in that smaller polynomial, and it works. And that leaves this quadratic polynomial as the quotient. So we plug that into the quadratic formula and get the two irrational roots. Notice that the irrational roots are going to occur in pairs. There's going to be two. There's our radical sign. Okay, so it's a pretty long, involved problem, but for us, I want you to do number 18 on page 475. You don't have to solve the whole equation. Just go ahead and list the possible rational roots. How'd you make out? Let's see where that problem is in my notes. Here it is. Problem 18 has you working on this polynomial. Polynomial equation. It's a polynomial that's set equal to something. We see that all the possibilities for p have to divide 2. So p divides 2, which tells me that p can be ±1, ±2. Q divides the lead coefficient 4, which implies Q can either be ±1, ±2, ±4. So let's look at all the combinations for P over Q. Well, if I just consider this case here where Q is ±1, I put my two possibilities for P over that ±1, I get those two. But P can also be ±2, so I'll get ±1/2, ±2 over 2. Right? The two possibilities for P are in the numerator. And then Q can also be ±4. So I'll have these possibilities where 4 is the denominator. So P can be 1, ±1, ±2. Those are all my possibilities. I see that 2/4 is the same as 1/2, so this is a duplicate. We'll get rid of that. And 2 over 2 is just the same as 1, so that's a duplicate. And I'm left with these 4 real possibilities. Okay. So for homework, in that section, we wouldn't want to forget homework, would we? For homework, on page 475, 17 through 23 odd, and that wraps up section 6.4. Now, let's cover 6.5 today.